What's up, y'all? Welcome to Shay's Tube. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Y'all, we got a great show tonight. But before we do this show, guys, let me go ahead and do the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. It will be in my comment area, and part of it is scrolling across that screen right there. Guys, don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoy this content tonight. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Please share and leave a comment. Again, like, subscribe, bell, share, and leave a comment. If you want to show additional support to this channel, you can go ahead and copy yourself a membership for $4.99 each month. This membership includes a lot of perks, contests, special lives, Q&As, and just whatever I feel like, I want to do over there on that side of my channel. Also, guys, you can do a super sticker if you want to show support, financial support, or you can do a super chat, or you can do a cash out to $Shades2. And there that is right there, okay? Okay, so tonight, guys, we are going to be talking about a couple of things, okay? And let me tell you guys what it's going to be about. So we are going to talk about Diddy being called a monster, all right? Also, one lady that Diddy was trying to, I guess, take to his freak off, she actually said, no, we're going to talk about that. We're going to also finish watching the trucker who claims that he delivered some cargo for Diddy. So I got all of the parts again, and then the part that you did not see, part 4. And that was the last one I could find. Okay, now I'm going to keep on searching to see if they have any more parts, but so far I got up to part 4. And so I'm going to show you all of those parts again up until part 4. Then I also have updates on the New Orleans shooter. They claim that he acted alone, so we're going to talk about that. And the names and some pictures of these of the shooting victims. I have that as well, okay? And I also have more drone updates and a couple other breaking news stories, okay? So go get you something to drink, a relaxing chair, bed, and check me out. If you are at work, continue to do your job and still check me out. All right. And thank you guys so much. Welcome to everybody in the bushes, everybody who watches us in the replay. Over here in the chat, we have Jermaine in the place. Tony in the house. Hope you guys are having a good night. I hope you're having a good night at work, Tony. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, Happy New Year's to everybody. And Superfly's up in the place to be. What's up, Superfly? Thank you so much for tuning in. All right. Okay, y'all make sure y'all show Tony Bear some love and support over there on his place, okay? And Jermaine, you forgot to put your channel up there. Okay, so make sure you do that as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, guys. First thing first, let's go over here and watch the rest. I can't even talk tonight. The rest of those Diddy videos. Okay, let's watch that real quick. All right, so let me go ahead and start that up. Let me turn this. You're welcome. Let me go over here and mute this real quick. Oh, before we do this, though, I got to get on somebody's ass. Excuse me, guys, but I got to do this right now. Let me go to this message real quick. I knew I was forgetting something. I got to get on her ass because that was plainly ridiculous. Here we go. So I got a comment earlier on a video that I did. It was on the Robert Brooks video, and I do have an update on him as well. And you guys know when you have a YouTube channel, you cannot be up here just accusing people. You know this because listen, they don't care if you are rich, poor, or whatever. If some of these people, or some of these people, if you get up on your channel and you just start accusing someone, they can easily, go do a lawsuit, do an injunction or junction. I forgot what you call it, junction or injunction, and have your whole damn page shut down. Okay. Over because you're sitting up here saying people did stuff and you don't really have no concrete proof. Okay. So whenever you have a channel and you're doing content, we cannot be up here accusing people of stuff if we don't really know. I mean, you need to use the words maybe or probably or I think or this is my opinion, or allegedly. You don't just get up here and start accusing people, even if you do believe 100% that they are guilty. So anyway, the girl said, shaking my head, you talk crazy. You said probably the reason he's DAD. Girl, stop it. Stop trying to appear politically correct. Be real. So I'm not even gonna tell you guys what I said, but anyway, straight up, this is a message for her. Okay, you have like 2 or 3 opportunities. Okay, you have an opportunity to continue to listen to my lives. You also have that opportunity to not listen to it, and then you have another opportunity to go to another channel and listen to it. Because over here, I don't sit up here and accuse people and don't really know. And I'm going to always use the words probably, maybe, I think, allegedly. And if you don't like it, then don't watch my channel. It's simple. It's very simple over here. If you don't like the way I cover something, keep your ass away from my channel. I'm not begging you to be here. That's on everything. And I'm talking to you, girl, or boy, or whatever you call yourself. I don't understand why people watch people's lives and then they have all these weird comments. Because I'm saying probably, you say, stop trying to appear politically correct. On social media, you have to do certain things a certain way. You just can't get up here and talk any type of way and say things. I told you that before. You can't do that. And I am being real. Everybody know that I be real all the damn time over here. Again, if you don't like the way I cover stuff because I use certain words, then keep your ass away from here and go watch somebody else, okay, that will get up there and accuse people of stuff and don't really have no concrete evidence. So eventually they will find out where they will be doing that, and that it won't get them far as they think or as they want to be. Okay, you don't do that. You don't see regular news people doing it. I'm not going to do it. All right, and they got money. These people on these regular news shows, because they're getting paid for real, and they're not going to risk anything. And I'm damn sure not going to risk anything that I do have over some damn words. Okay, and that's on everything. Again, if you don't like how I say stuff, then get your ass away from over here and don't come back again. And I will be blocking you so you won't come back. People trips me out hiding behind fake names, no pictures, and be talking all this shit. You go to their page, they don't have any content. They don't have anything up. They don't even do anything like this. If you don't do a damn channel yourself, then shut the fuck up on everything, because you don't know what you're talking about. Okay? That's crazy. Damn. It's so easy to sit out in the bushes and shit and behind a keyboard and type shit, but you can't get your ass up here and do a show. Okay, so I can go watch your show and then I'll critique what you say, which I doubt I would do that, because I don't give a damn. You know, you do your show like you want to. If I don't like it, then I move on to the next content creator, point blank. So stay your raggedy ass away from my show, because I don't need those stupid ass comments. And that's on everything. All right, that's it. I'm sorry, you guys. All right, I'm number 3 of that like button. Gotta protect the channel, number 1 rule. I know that's right, Superfly, whoever you are. Real quick, but I think it takes about probably about 5 minutes to watch all of them. Okay, so we're gonna see if we think this man is telling the truth or what. I really don't know if he is. It sounds like something off of Mr. Nightmare or Chills or something like that. You know, somebody telling a story, you know, and I don't know, and they're pretending like it's true. I don't think this is the actual man though who is telling the story. I think someone is doing the storytelling. Okay, so that's why it probably sounds like AI or like it sounds. But I'm going to you know, let you guys hear. So let's go ahead and get ready to hear this and watch it. Okay, so hold on for 1 second. Let me go ahead and turn this music off. Jermaine, make sure you're doing your job, man. Okay, if I have to pimp smack you. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna leave Jermaine alone. He's gonna tell you guys about me, okay? And then y'all gonna be like, what? All right, y'all, let's go ahead and watch this. Let's see here. Let's see part 1. Okay.
You ever wonder what happens when 2 worlds collide? One built on power, fame, and money, and the other on chaos, desperation, and survival. That's what I walked into the day Sean Diddy Combs and Luigi Mangione ended up under the same roof at MDC Brooklyn. But let me tell you, this wasn't just another day at the office. This was the start of something sinister, and I was right in the middle of it. It all started about 2 months ago when Diddy was transferred to the Metropolitan Detention Center, and I was working there as a correctional officer. It was one of those gray, drizzly mornings in Brooklyn, the kind where the whole world feels muted, and even the coffee tastes like the weather, bitter and cold. I sat in my car outside the precinct
Wait. Let me
when
stop.
my phone.
I think I got the wrong video. This girl is a damn dodo bird. Wait, hold on. Shit. I think I downloaded the wrong video for part one. But you know what, guys? Let's listen to this right here first, too. So, yeah, this dude is telling the entire story. This is not the actual dude. He's actually telling the story from, whoever experienced this. So we're going to listen. We're going to watch this. And I need to send part 2, 3, and 4 of this to me, too, because I actually said the wrong thing, okay? And I got to get the right part 1 of the the trucker story. Damn. But let's go ahead and listen to this, though, okay? Y'all dealing with a dodo bird. Okay, let's listen to this over again, okay? Let's start back over.
You ever wonder what happens when two worlds collide? One built on power, fame, and money, and the other on chaos, desperation, and survival. That's what I walked into the day Sean Diddy Combs and Luigi Mangione ended up under the same roof at MDC Brooklyn. But let me tell you, this wasn't just another day at the office. This was the start of something sinister, and I was right in the middle of it. It all started about 2 months ago when Diddy was transferred to the Metropolitan Detention Center, and I was working there as a correctional officer. It was one of those gray, drizzly mornings in Brooklyn, the kind where the whole world feels muted, and even the coffee tastes like the weather, bitter and cold. I sat in my car outside the precinct when my phone buzzed. "They brought in a big name," said the voice on the line, tense and low. "It's Diddy." For a moment, I just sat there, stunned. Diddy. The name carried weight, like it was too big to even exist in the same sentence as Metropolitan Detention Center. He wasn't just a celebrity. He was a symbol. Someone who had managed to carve out an untouchable place in the world. The idea of him being locked up, sitting behind bars like any other criminal, felt surreal. But the tone of the caller left no room for doubt. This was real. You ever wonder what happens when two worlds...
I go to part 2 on here. I can go on to part 2 down here. I forgot about this. Let's see where it is. Part 2, I live next to Diddy. I was a model. Okay. Damn, I'm up here getting the wrong stuff. Wait, let me see. Is this part 2 right here? Yeah, this is it. Let's go to part 2 right here.
By the time I stepped into the station, I could feel the tension in the air. The faint hum of the fluorescent lights overhead seemed louder than usual, like the building itself was holding its breath. Everyone was moving differently, quieter, more deliberate. It was as if we all understood that something monumental had shifted, even if no one wanted to say it out loud. And there he was, Diddy, sitting on the edge of the cot in his cell. At first glance, he looked like just another man, shoulders hunched, hands gripping his knees. But it was his eyes that stopped me cold. They weren't defiant, like you'd expect from someone who's used to controlling every room they walk into. They weren't even angry. No, what I saw in those eyes was something much more unsettling. Fear. Raw, visceral fear that seemed to strip away all the layers of the larger-than-life persona he'd built over decades. It's strange, but in that moment, he didn't look like the Diddy I'd seen on TV or in headlines. He looked ordinary, vulnerable. It's not something you expect when you think of someone like him, and yet it was undeniable. At first, I tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was the shock of being arrested, the weight of his circumstances crashing down all at once. But the longer I watched him, the more I realized it wasn't just that. There was something else going on. Something deeper. Something I couldn't quite put my finger on yet, and as much as I wanted to brush it off as none of my business, I couldn't shake the feeling that this was only the beginning of something much bigger. That first day, I didn't say much. My job was to observe, to keep the peace, and to make sure no one...
Okay, let's go to part 3. Hold on, let me see if I can get to part 3, you guys. Hold on. I gotta go down here. Wait a minute, that's from part 3. Oh, this is the... Hold on, let me get it right. So this is part 3 right here.
But then, one day, everything changed. I was at home, finally trying to relax after a long shift, when I heard a knock at the door. It was late, and I wasn't expecting anyone. My stomach tightened as I got up to answer it, my mind racing with possibilities. When I opened the door, to my surprise, it wasn't who I expected. It was a kid. Couldn't have been older than 10, maybe 12. He stood there, holding a piece of paper in his hand, looking nervous. "This is for you," he said, thrusting the paper toward me. I frowned, taking the note from him. "What is this? Why are you giving it to me?" I asked, my voice edged with confusion and suspicion. He shrugged, his eyes darting around nervously. "I don't know. Some guy paid me a couple of bucks to bring it to you." My chest tightened. "Where is he now?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. "I don't know," the boy replied, shaking his head. "He just handed it to me and told me to give it to you." I stared at the kid for a moment, then nodded. "All right, go home," I said, stepping back into my house as I closed the door behind me. I unfolded the paper carefully, my hands trembling as I read the words scribbled across it. "Stop it. You'll regret it." The message was simple, but it hit me like a ton of bricks. My mind raced, trying to process what it meant, or rather, what it didn't need to say. This wasn't a warning, it was a threat, and whoever sent it knew exactly what I was doing.
Okay, let me stop this real quick, you guys. Okay, let me see if they got a part 4 to this. This is weird. Let me see. Okay, hold on, guys. You got to be careful. I mean, you got to be patient. So I don't see. That's part 3. That was part 1. Let's see. It may not be no part 4 because that's what they do. They stop the videos and then wait for a couple of days and then they put part 4. So when part 4 is up here, let me make sure this is not it. Is this part 4 right here? No, that's the delivery job. So yeah, I think that's it for that part right there at the jail thing. So once they put the part 4 up there, because that's 3 right there for you. They don't have part 4 up there yet. So when they do the part 4, because I wasn't meaning to show you guys, hold on. I don't know if you guys just heard me. I said that right there was part 3. I could not, hold on. I could not find, they haven't uploaded part 4 yet. As soon as they do part 4, then I'll put it up there. I wasn't meaning to show you guys that. I was actually meaning to show you guys the truck delivery one. Okay, when he claimed that somebody, I guess, sent him a letter or whatever the case is and told them that they were the delivery driver for Sean Diddy Combs. So that's the one I was trying to show you. So let me go to that. I'm going to have to start with part 1, I think, probably on this actual live right here. On this little, on the page, because I don't have the right thing that I sent to my mailbox. So hold on for a minute, y'all. So this is the right one right now that I'm going to show you guys. So bear with me. Ho, 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 ho. Let's see. No, not that. I just saw the shit. Part 1. So I think this is it. Okay, yeah, we're going to go to part 2 because actually I'll start with part 1.
There are kids in there from Africa, from Mexico. We got to this spot right over the border. They went past these colorful houses. They turned down these dirt roads, and there was a bunch of trucks, and they divvied everybody out like fucking retail.
You ever have one of those moments where you think, this can't be real? That's exactly how I felt when I got that phone call. I'd spent over 30 years as a truck driver, and let me tell you, I'd seen just about everything on the road. From the adrenaline of near misses on icy highways to the mind-numbing monotony of endless stretches of asphalt. I thought nothing could surprise me anymore. But this was something else entirely. When I first started driving, I was all in. I loved it. The freedom, the hum of the engine, the ever-changing scenery. I'd take pride in knowing every inch of my rig, double-checking the trailer, the engine, the tires before every trip. Back then, I even wanted to know what I was hauling. Was it furniture, food, machinery? It mattered to me. But as the years rolled on, that passion faded. The loneliness crept in, the roots started blurring together, and I stopped caring about the details. By the time I hung up my keys, I was just going through the motions, worn down by the grind. Retirement was supposed to be my escape, a chance to finally breathe, spend time with my family, and leave the road behind for good. So when my phone rang that day, I almost didn't pick up. It was my old manager, a guy I hadn't heard from in years. My first thought was, what could he possibly want? And he didn't waste any time. No small talk, no catching up, just straight to the point. He had a job for me. 2 trips, that's all. At first, I laughed it off. I'm retired, I told him.
Okay, so now we're going to go to part 2. I'm going to just do it on here, guys. Let me just start this and stop this. Okay, let's go to part 2. Let's see. I always got, so that's why I don't like doing it like this, but since I'm already on it like this, I might as well. Okay, just hold on, be patient. I got to read this. This is it right here, but I have to make sure I get to the right part. This is part 2 right here.
Why would I go back? But then he said the one thing that made me pause. $1 million. Half up front, half after the second trip. My first reaction was disbelief. $1 million? For 2 trips? That kind of money was more than I'd ever seen in my entire career, even when trucking was booming. It didn't make sense. I tried to push back, still skeptical. Why me? I asked. You've got plenty of younger guys who could do this. His response caught me off guard. The client requested someone experienced, someone reliable. It's a big deal. Diddy's involved. No, I'll be honest with you. I'm not the kind of guy who keeps up with celebrity gossip or knows who's trending in Hollywood. The name didn't mean much to me, but the way he said it carried weight. It wasn't just a job. It was something more. An opportunity? Maybe. Or maybe it was a headache waiting to happen. But $1 million is $1 million, and against my better judgment, I found myself saying yes. 2 days later, I pulled up to the desk. Why would...
Okay, let's go to part 3. Where we at right here? Let's see, we're on part 3. I think this is it right here. No, this is it right here. Hold on, I got to make sure I get to the right parts, you guys. This is it here. This is part 3 right here.
Excellent lot. My headlights cutting through the early morning mist. My partner for the job was already there, leaning casually against his truck like he'd been waiting for hours. He was younger, probably by a couple of decades, and his sharp, no-nonsense demeanor practically screamed, "Don't ask questions!" We exchanged a brief nod, nothing more before my old manager stepped out from the shadows, clipboard in hand. All right, he began, his tone clipped and businesslike. Here's how this works. 1, you do not open the trailer. Don't even think about it. 2, you'll have 2 escort cars the whole way. 1 in front, 1 behind. 3, hand over your phones before you leave. That last rule made me pause. Why the phones? I asked, my voice betraying a hint of unease. The client doesn't want distractions, he said, dismissing my concern like it was nothing. Look, you're being paid more than anyone else ever has for this kind of work. Just follow the rules. I glanced at my partner, hoping to see some kind of reaction that might reassure me, but he was stone-faced, staring straight ahead like this was just another day on the job. The whole setup felt off. The secrecy, the strict rules, the isolation. But then I thought about the paycheck. $1 million. That number had a way of silencing doubts. Reluctantly, I handed over my phone, feeling a strange pang of vulnerability as it left my hand. With a nod from my manager, I climbed into the truck, the familiar hum of the engine beneath me oddly comforting, despite the growing unease in my chest.
Okay, so let's go to the next part, which is part 4. Let's see, part 4.
His grip was firm but brief, and just like that, he walked off into the shadows without a glance back. I lingered for a moment, standing alone in the icy stillness. Then, with a heavy heart, I made my way to my car. The envelope sat on the passenger seat, its weight tangible, like it was pressing down on my chest. The drive home was long and eerily quiet. The streets were empty, the city bathed in an unsettling stillness, as if the world itself was asleep. But my mind wasn't. My thoughts raced, tangled in a web of guilt and dread. When I pulled into my driveway, I didn't move at first. I turned off the engine and sat in the dark, staring at the silhouette of my house. My family was inside, safe, warm, unaware of the nightmare I'd just lived through. I wanted to go inside and tell them everything to let it all out, but I couldn't. How could I explain something I barely understood myself? Eventually, I forced myself out of the car and into the house. The duffel bag thudded onto the kitchen table, a sound that seemed to echo in the silence. I stared at it, the bundle of money that should have felt like a reward but instead felt like a curse. The house was quiet, too quiet, and every creak of the floorboards seemed to amplify the chaos in my mind. That night, sleep refused to come. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw the containers. I heard the relentless banging. I saw those pale, fragile hands, trembling as they clung to the edge, and with every memory came the question I couldn't escape. What had I done? As the first rays of sunlight crept through the blinds, I sat up in bed, hollow and exhausted. I'd finished the job, but at what cost? The money might have been mine, but the weight of what I'd ignored, of what I'd chosen to stay silent about, was far heavier. And I knew one thing for certain. No amount of money could ever make me forget.
Hold on, let me come over here. The real question is, if this is true, okay, like I said, he's telling the story based on, I guess, the messages that he got. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. In the real story, the real question is, how did he, once he heard the banging in the noises from the containers that he was delivering to Diddy, allegedly, how could he keep on driving? Okay. I know it's $1 million, but still, how would you be able to keep on driving knowing that kids are in this trailer? He said he heard stuff. Okay. And I heard these videos once before on someone else's channel on TikTok. I don't think it went past part 4. I'm not sure, but the same, they was explaining it the same exact way. They said they heard like some kids, clawing on the, the containers on the inside and some noises, like they were crying and things like that. So if you are a trucker and you are delivering some cargo and you hear this going on, why wouldn't you stop? But he did say there were 2 cars, one in front, one in back. So maybe, he was thinking that if he stopped, they would probably unalive him or something. I don't know. As far as me believing the story, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I really don't. But, anything is possible, like I always say. What about you guys? Do y'all believe that? He's definitely done a lot of stuff. Allegedly, Jermaine said this is why TikTok is getting banned. Wait, I'm going to let y'all see these other ones too, a couple of the other ones, because that tunnel thing, I want to show y'all that one. So the thing is this right here. Do you guys believe that? Do y'all actually think? Because Allie Carter said that a trucker picked up the container that she was in. She said that. And you said you believe some of it? Yeah, so remember, whenever they tell stories, they're going to make it sound more interesting and dramatic. So they're going to add stuff to it. But the key things are the fact that this trucker said that he was paid $1 million. He was given half when he delivered. No, we picked up, and then the other half when he delivered the cargo. He did say that before. He also said it was 2 people, one in the front, one in the back. He also said he heard the kids crying and clawing on the containers. Okay, so all of that stuff stayed the same. You know, the narrator added other things like, you know, the house stuff and all that. I mean, just to make the story interesting. But anything is possible because, like I said, I did hear Allie talk about this, and I think the other girl did too. I don't know, guys. This is weird. So let's see. They have always said, starting back with Wendy Williams, he was doing a lot of dirty, underhanded stuff. That's true. The oil Dusty Diddler is going to talk and sing on all of his oily booty bandits. They all going to fall. They sure are. Okay, so Jermaine said baseless accusations. Diddler isn't going alone. And that's why we say, you know, allegedly, because we don't know for sure if this is true or whatever the case is. We just don't know. I mean, I can't say it's true. I can't say it's not true because I do not know. This man been doing a lot of stuff. It's very weird. He's very strange. I just don't know. We can show that. Yeah, we can show it. Okay, you already handled it. Okay, thank you, Jermaine and stuff. But let me go ahead and show y'all this next video though. Okay, this one is about the daggone tunnel. Okay, the tunnels they claim that are under Diddy's home and some other homes and things like that. Let's see what they're saying on this one. It's the same narrator because this is his channel. Okay, I actually like the way he tells the story. I really do. Okay, let's go over here to his. Okay, let's go ahead and go this one. Okay, let's see. Is this part 1 right here? Let's see. Island Diddy Mansion in what? Human flesh. Okay, this is the one. Let's look at part 1 first.
And so I need to give you a massive flashing red warning here. What I'm about to say is quite disturbing. There's a lot of like uncomfortable language. And if you are triggered or upset by sex assaults and violent assaults, etc., then this is definitely not the show for you tonight.
You ever feel like you're just stuck? Like no matter how much effort you put in, you're running in place? That's been my reality for a while now. I've been a laborer for what feels like forever, cleaning up garbage at construction sites, hauling tools around, and doing the jobs no one else wants to touch. It's exhausting work, and sometimes I wonder if it's all I'll ever do. But there's a little more to it. See, I've lived in LA my whole life, 23 years, born and raised. It's funny. When you grow up here, you're surrounded by big dreams, people chasing something bigger than themselves. But for me, I didn't take school seriously. I thought I had time, thought I'd figure it out later. And now, I'm paid hourly, barely enough to get by. And I'm stuck hoping that one day, I'll climb out of this hole I've dug myself into. My mom. She's always my biggest supporter. She believed I could become something great, something meaningful. And honestly, that's what hurts the most, knowing that I've let her down. Every time I see her, I tell myself, one day I'll make her proud. But here I am, doing the same thing every day, just trying to prove I'm worth something. I guess you could say I'm still holding on to a bit of hope. If I can get hired full-time, not just as an agency worker, but officially part of the crew, everything could change. Better pay, benefits, maybe even a real shot at being a construction worker instead of just cleaning up messes and putting up signs. That's the dream, right? To feel like you're part of something bigger than yourself. But it's hard not to feel invisible. You work all day, doing the tasks no one notices until they don't get done. And even then, you don't hear thank you. You're just the guy in the background, making sure everything looks perfect before someone else takes the credit. It gets to you. It really does. It was just another day on the site.
Okay, we're going to go to part 2. Let's see. Where's part 2? Oh, God, I cannot even read this shit. Okay, well, hold on. This is the other shit that I was reading. Let's see what part 2 is. I hope they got this stuff up here. Okay. So with that one right there with the maid, well, I'm going to look on my phone and see if the other videos on here. Until I get that video, we're going to go and look at the other one that they were talking about, the tunnel. I need to find it because she claims, or he claims, that he smelled rotten flesh and things like that. Like I said, guys, I don't know if this is true or not, but we are going to be watching these couple of videos. Okay, let me go to the other one that they were talking about, the tunnels. Let's see if we can go in order here.
It's kind of early out here, huh? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it was crazy because I heard the parties and everything. And I was like, man, he wilding over there. He wilding. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that brother, he just wilding. It was the music was loud and everything. You know, I slid up in one of the parties one time. You know, I wasn't trying to do nothing, but I just went there just to tell me turn the music down a little bit so me, my kids and everything like that could get some rest. I'm introducing myself, you know what I'm saying? That's how I can afford this house and everything. But that's not why we're really here. You know what I'm saying? We're here to talk about Diddy, you know. So I heard him. I heard all the commotion, you know, SWAT team come down and everything like that. And I was like, golly, you know, SWAT, it was notorious, you know what I'm saying? It was notorious. It was B.I.G., you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, this thing right here, it's serious, you know. I guess the old saying goes, you know what I'm saying? He's going to be a bad boy for life.
You ever step into a place and feel like you finally found home? That's how it felt when I moved into this quiet neighborhood. Tree-lined streets, friendly families waving from their driveways. It was everything I imagined for a peaceful life. My house wasn't flashy, but it was mine. The kind of place you'd see in an old picture, surrounded by calm and stability. For a while, everything was exactly how I'd hoped. The days blurred into a comforting rhythm of work, family time, and evenings on the porch, listening to the distant hum of life settling down.
Oh, let me go to part 2. That was quick as heck. Let's go to part 2. Let's go to part 2. Where is part 2? Part 1. Let's make sure we go to the right one. That's part 2 right there.
But then, life has a way of surprising you, doesn't it? One morning, as I stepped outside to grab the paper, I noticed a car pulling out of the driveway next door. Not just any car. This thing looked like it had been plucked straight from a museum. Black, polished to a mirror finish, and sleek enough to catch the light like it had its own spotlight. I glanced up, and for a moment, our eyes met, or at least I thought they did. He had on sunglasses, but I could feel the weight of that gaze, and then it hit me. It was him. Sean Combs. Diddy. The man I'd seen on TV, surrounded by champagne, lights, and music. I just stood there, paper in hand, while he pulled away without a wave or a word. At first it was surreal. How many people can say they live next door to someone like that? Watching cars come and go, seeing a parade of famous faces strolling by, it felt like being part of a story I didn't belong in. Sometimes at night I'd hear faint music drifting through the air, soft and distant. It felt like a private show just for me.
Okay.
But that excitement didn't last. It started with the parties. And these weren't just gatherings. They were spectacles. Diddy's white parties were the kind of thing you hear about in tabloids, but never imagine happening right next door. Picture it. Crowds of people dressed head to toe in white, champagne glasses in hand, laughing like they owned the world. The music was so loud it shook the walls of my house, and the party stretched well past the point where most people would call it a night.
Okay, we're going to go to part 3. Wait a minute. Let's let it come up. Let's see. Now, what the hell happened here? Let's see.
Life has a way of surprising you.
Let me do this. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. I don't know what happened to part 3. TikTok, no, it can't act right. Let me let it come back up. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Let's see if it'll
But
come
then,
back.
life has a way of surprising you,
Okay, let's
doesn't
stop it now. Part 3. Shay know how to do these things.
Sleep was out of the question. I remember standing by my window the first time, peeking through the curtains like a nosy neighbor, hoping to catch a glimpse of someone famous. And I did. Names I'd only ever seen in magazines were suddenly a stone's throw away. But the magic wore off fast when I realized this wasn't a one-time event. The music, the noise, it all became part of my nightly routine. Then came the construction. If you think sleepless nights are bad, try adding the constant sound of drills, hammers, and heavy machinery. It didn't matter what time it was. The noise was always there. At first, I thought it was just a renovation. Maybe he was putting in a pool or upgrading the house, but the trucks kept coming, unmarked, and always in and out at odd hours. The workers? They weren't the kind of guys you wave to or chat with. They didn't wear uniforms or carry company logos, just plain clothes, heads down, moving like they were on a mission. If I tried to say hello or even nod, they'd act like I wasn't there. The strangeness didn't stop there. The noise wasn't just the usual racket of construction. Late at night, there'd be a low hum, a sound that seemed to vibrate through the ground. It was faint at first, easy to ignore, but over time it grew louder, more distinct, like it was coming from deep below. I joked about it to my family, saying maybe Diddy was building some underground studio. It sounded ridiculous, but it was the only explanation that made any sense. Yet deep down, I knew it wasn't that simple. One evening, I went down to my basement to grab a bottle of wine. I'd turned a small section of the space into a wine cellar, nothing fancy, but it was mine. As I reached for a bottle, I froze. There it was again, that noise. But this time, it wasn't just a hum. It was rhythmic, almost like voices. I stood there, bottle in hand, straining to hear. The sound was faint, muffled, but unmistakable.
Okay.
Sleep was out of the...
Let's go to, which one is part 3? Let's go to part 4. This is the last part too, I hope.
Hanging on the walls were white robes and animal-shaped masks, their hollow eyes staring back at me. Knives were arranged on the table in a deliberate pattern, their blades gleaming under the pale light of my flashlight. The air was thick, heavy, and suffocating, like the room itself was alive and watching me. I took a few photos and left as quickly as I could, my heart pounding in my chest. The next day, a black SUV appeared outside my house. It sat there for hours, the engine idling, the windows tinted so dark I couldn't see inside. It felt out of place, like a predator watching its prey. That night, as I was locking up the house, there was a knock at the door. When I opened it, a man in a black suit stood on my porch. He didn't introduce himself, didn't offer a badge or a name. He just looked at me with a calm, unsettling expression. "You've seen too much," he said, his voice low and measured. "If you value your safety, stay out of this." Before I could respond, he turned and walked away, disappearing into the SUV. The threat was clear, and I knew better than to push my luck. I sealed the tunnel for good, vowing never to go back. The investigation dragged on for months, but eventually the headlines stopped. The world moved on, but I couldn't. Every time I saw Diddy's face on TV or heard his name, I was transported back to that tunnel. The clothes, the women, the altar. Some things are too big for one person to change, and this was one of them. I did what I could. I told the authorities, gave them the evidence, and stayed out of their way. But the memories linger. Even now, when the wind is just right, I swear I can hear faint voices coming from deep below.
Okay. Let me stop this. Let me stop this real quick. Okay, so what do you guys think about that video right there? Again, honestly, guys, I mean, I do believe that he has tunnels, because even in that video, I forgot the name of it, that they did, that's a tunnel that they're in. Okay, now if they are using these tunnels to store kids and to have people there and do satanic rituals, I do not know. Okay, I don't even know how this dude gets all these stories. I just don't. I don't know if someone is calling him, or not calling him, but sending him email or other messages letting him know, that they experience certain things. The thing is, if this is true, this is a hot ass mess, a tunnel. Okay. And he said that he's seen an altar. They had white robes hanging up and knives aligned perfectly, all types of weird shit. So that just indicates, that, they're doing some devilish shit down there, And then he said that he was hearing like voices and stuff, and the smell and all of that. So what do you guys think in the chat? Do you guys believe this dude? Do y'all believe this is true? Or do you think it's entirely made up? Or are you like, it's half and half? Yeah, he had big parties. You said his party was so big, they made him get permits. Probably so. Probably so. The thing is, though, like I just said, when you hear all of this stuff, you almost like, damn, I can't believe this happened, because it's just so much. It's kind of hard to imagine this type of stuff, and that this dude was involved in all this type of stuff. It's kind of weird. Let me see if I can find part 2 and 3 to the other video. I think this video stops right here. Now the guy will probably upload the rest of it. I don't know. We will see. Let me see if I can get back to that video. This damn TikTok always running from one thing to the next one. See these people on here dancing and shit. Let's see. I'm about to go to my other thing and get that. Hold on, y'all. What did you say? I think devil worship is dumb, but it's not illegal. Neither is the tunnel. Right. Those things are not illegal. The only thing that is illegal is if he was down there doing sacrifices, or if he had kids there or people there against their will. That's the only time that would be, criminal stuff, or if he's doing any other criminal activities in that tunnel, which we don't know for sure. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if he was doing these type of things in the tunnel. We don't even know if this is true. See what I'm saying? We don't even know. Let me see. Okay, let me see what else this dude got. This dude is in a mask who's telling the daggone stories. This is the dude right here. And it's actually, I don't know who this dude is. This is the dude telling these stories. Let me show y'all his thing. Let me stop that screen. I'll come back to that in a minute. This is him right here. So he's not even showing his face. We don't even know who this dude is. Let's see if we get the other part of that other one. I don't think it's on here though, because I don't see. This is the tunnel stuff. I think that's the last one for the tunnel, because I don't see. This is Luigi. So with the Luigi thing, they do have part 2 and 3 on here. Did I show y'all that? I think I only showed y'all part 1 on the Luigi thing. So what I'll do, I'm going to show it to you from afar. I'm not going to show it from there because it wasn't coming up. You're right. Anything is possible. And what I'll do is go from part 1, and then I'll show you part 2 and 3, because they're only like a minute or 2 minutes long. So it shouldn't take long. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and finish showing you the other information about Diddy. Let me close this out because I don't need this now. Hold on.
Power, fame, and money, and the other on chaos, desperation,
so let me make sure this
survival. That's what I walked into.
Actually, we'll just go to part 2 because we just heard that. So you guys should forget. By the time
I stepped into the station, I could feel the tension in the air. The faint hum of the fluorescent lights overhead seemed louder than usual, like the building itself was holding its breath. Everyone was moving differently, quieter, more deliberate. It was as if we all understood that something monumental had shifted, even if no one wanted to say it out loud. And there he was, Diddy, sitting on the edge of the cot in his cell. At first glance, he looked like just another man, shoulders hunched, hands gripping his knees. But it was his eyes that stopped me cold. They weren't defiant, like you'd expect from someone who's used to controlling every room they walk into. They weren't even angry. No, what I saw in those eyes was something much more unsettling. Fear. Raw, visceral fear that seemed to strip away all the layers of the larger-than-life persona he'd built over decades.
Of course you would be scared.
It's strange, but in that moment, he didn't look like the Diddy I'd seen on TV or in headlines. He looked ordinary, vulnerable. It's not something you expect when you think of someone like him, and yet it was undeniable. At first, I tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was the shock of being arrested, the weight of his circumstances crashing down all at once. But the longer I watched him, the more I realized it wasn't just that. There was something else going on. Something deeper. Something I couldn't quite put my finger on yet. And as much as I wanted to brush it off as none of my business, I couldn't shake the feeling that this was only the beginning of something much bigger. That first day, I didn't say much. My job was to observe, to keep the peace, and to make sure no one.
Okay, let's
By
go
the
to part
time I
3.
stepped into
That's part 1. Here's part
But
3.
then, one day, everything changed. I was at home, finally trying to relax after a long shift, when I heard a knock at the door.
Okay, I think we heard this
It was
part,
late,
didn't
and I wasn't expecting anyone. My stomach tightened as I got
we? Yeah,
up
that's
to
with the
answer
boys.
it,
So they
my
don't.
mind
Okay,
racing with
so that's right.
possibilities.
They don't have part 4. So
When I opened the door, to my surprise, it wasn't who I expected.
I think we played
was a
this,
kid.
right? We played this. Let me
Couldn't
stop
have been
this.
older than
So
10,
we did see
maybe
this one because I
12.
remember. I'm getting these confused.
He stood
It's the
there,
one with the
holding a
meat.
piece of paper
Okay,
in
listen.
his hand.
We got to finish listening to that when they put part 4 on there. Let's do the meat thing is the one I'm looking for. The one where the girl said she was the housekeeper. That's the one I'm looking for. Let's see if they got that. This is Luigi. Let me see if I can find that one. They might not have. Is this the one right here? Let me just check to see if this is the same one, guys. Hold on for a minute.
I've worked in security for a long time.
This is security one right here. Let me see if this is the housekeeper.
Walking in.
Oh no, she talking about she went to Jay-Z and Diddy's party. Hold on. I think, let's see, the housekeeper. We just did this one. Okay, so the housekeeper one, he only has part 1. So maybe he will upload part 2 of that. He doesn't have that one.
But then,
That's the Diddy one with the tunnel. Let's see what this one is.
my entire
And this is the model one. So I don't think he has that up there yet. Let me see which one this is. That's Diddy and Jay-Z's party. Okay, so I'll tell you what. When he puts that one up there, part 2 and 3 of the housekeeping one, I'll show you guys that one. He does not have that up there. Like I said, I don't know if this man is making these damn stories up. Let's keep it real. Or someone is sending him this stuff. I don't know for sure what's going on here. You know, all I know is that he claims that this is real. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's narrating everything. So I don't know. Again, these are all allegations. It could be straight up foolishness, false. I don't know. But again, like I said before, regarding those tunnels and the truckers taking the containers to Diddy's mansion or whatever the case is, I heard Allie talking about the same thing. Okay, Allie, and then another girl, I believe, was saying the same thing. And I don't know what Lil Rod said. I can't remember exactly what he was saying, but this is not the first time I heard of this. Now, maybe this guy's taking all of that information and making these little stories up. I don't know for sure, you know, because people are doing a lot of stuff on social media. But it is fascinating. It is something to look at. It is something to think about. You know, if he did have the containers and truckers delivering the containers, did it actually happen like that? Did he offer truckers $1 million or a large sum of money? Did people actually do this type of job and heard kids, you know, crying and screaming inside of these containers and did nothing? Okay. I mean, money is a lot, you know, and it's great to get a lot of money, but will you, you know, risk getting in trouble yourself, or would you basically, you know, ignore the fact that these are kids or people inside of these containers against, you know, in these containers crying, possibly, you know, being taken away from their parents or whatever the case is, and never to see them again? I mean, wouldn't that bother you? You know, money isn't everything. I mean, it is money. You can do a lot, but you don't do anything for money. Simple as that. Okay. The same thing, you know, if if he actually, well, they did say he has like a tunnel underneath his house, but the thing is, was he using these tunnels to transport children or people against their will, especially the kids? And was he doing anything sinister in these tunnels, like, rituals and sacrifices and things like that? What was going on in these tunnels? Okay, these are the questions that you should be asking. And again, these videos, it makes you open your eyes just to the possibility if Diddy did have tunnels and he was using these tunnels for crazy stuff, did this stuff actually happen? Did something like this happen? Okay, the same thing with the truckers. Did that really happen? Because some people will do anything for money. You just never know. Okay, point blank. Now, let me go ahead and go into, let me go off of this. Let me go into this little stories about that I have, this breaking news about Diddy. Hold on, let me get it, guys. Okay. So in one of Diddy's documentaries, his inner circle spills in the new documentary, and they say he's a monster. Okay, and the sources from the Hollywood Reporter. So I'm going to tell you guys about this. Hey, most hated, what's up? What's up? What's up? So let me go ahead and do this one for you guys. Let me change the header on here too, so we can know. I forgot to put it on there again. Let's do this. Okay, so anyway, they said Sean Diddy Combs awaits his ex-trafficking trial. Peacock is set to release a new documentary going inside the music mogul scandal. Now, it's called The Making of a Bad Boy. It tells the story of Sean Combs' early years and his decades-long transformation to Puffy and then to Diddy, with crucial insight into the forces that shaped the man and may have made him a monster. It sheds light on his childhood, rise to fame, and recent criminal allegations, challenging viewers to rethink everything they thought they knew about Sean Diddy Combs. So anyway, they have new interviews with Diddy insiders, such as a childhood friend, a former bodyguard, and a Making the Band winner. And we know who he is. We know it's the other dude because he does not like Diddy. Also, singer, songwriter, producer Al B. Sure speaks out for the first time. Sure was Diddy's label mate at Uptown Records and was in a relationship with Kim Porter before she began dating Diddy. Now, the special also includes never before seen footage of Diddy when he was partying at his home and in the studio. Now, Lisa Bloom says Sean Combs is a monster who is representing Don. Okay, I'm sorry. She said that Sean Combs is a monster. Okay, attorney Lisa Bloom is representing Don Richards in a civil case against Diddy. She said, I have been with Sean for quite a while, and I have captured a lot of moments. And that's according to one unidentified insider. Okay. She said, anytime a studio or any rooms is lit with red lighting, he is making LOVESEX. Some of the girls who were in the room for sure were underage. Peacock. So let me read that again. She said, first, Lisa Bloom, attorney Lisa Bloom said Sean Combs is a monster. Okay, and that's the attorney who was representing Don Richards, okay, in a civil lawsuit. And then another person, an insider who did not identify herself, said that I have been with Sean for quite a while, and I have captured a lot of moments. Anytime a studio or any rooms is lit with red lighting, he is making LOVE or SEX. some of the girls who were in the room, for sure, they were underage. And this is another thing that they said. Well, I can't even read tonight. An unidentified woman also said they could ship me off and sell me to anyone. So when you think about that right there, right, if these people are telling the truth, those videos we just seen, even if they are just lying in those videos, just making up the stories, it's not too far-fetched. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. It's not too far-fetched, okay? Because a lot of people have said something similar, that Sean Combs said he would ship them off, that Sean Combs said that they can sell that person to anyone, allegedly. And I heard about the red light once before, okay, and the underage thing. And right, no evidence, okay, you're right, more baseless accusations, no evidence. But the thing is, if everybody is saying the same thing, so many people are saying the same thing, everybody can't be lying, okay? Everybody can't be lying. But the thing is like Jermaine just said, you can say whatever you want to. If you don't have any evidence, it's not going to hold up in anything, anywhere. So you definitely need to have evidence. And a lot of these people are just making accusations, and they are not really bagging it up with any type of evidence. Now, I did hear someone say they have evidence, but, you know, let's see if it comes out when Sean Combs' case starts in May. We don't know. They might have given evidence to the FBI, okay? They could have. We just do not know. And if they have given, you know, any type of evidence to the FBI, then we're going to hear all about it in May, point blank. Now, I don't think everybody is lying, Jermaine. I think some people are lying, but I just don't think everybody is lying. I don't believe that. Anyway, this is going to come on Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy. It's coming on January the 14th. It's 90 minutes long, and it will be on Peacock, all right? So they claim that Diddy is the subject of more than 25 lawsuits related to accusations of sexual misconduct, okay? So let's see what some of these commenters are saying. Kay said they are all just as guilty. They could have come forward and stopped this before there were more victims. They all should be charged. You want to come forward now? No excuses. And I said the same thing. All these people claim they saw Diddy doing this, he did that, but they did not do anything when it happened. Now they want to come out and say something so many years later. If they would have told a long time ago, a lot of these people, if there were any victims, they wouldn't have, experienced anything, because it would have been no more victims, because he would have been incarcerated a long time ago. But no, they didn't do that. They sat there, watched everything go on, and stood there and didn't say a word. Now you want to run out and you want to tell. You want to tell. You said Fed's been tracking him for 13 years. If there is evidence, we will see it in court. I agree. These people just want money. Could be. So Carlos said, how many A-listers are going to say, oh, I was at the party, I left just before things got freaky? Eventually, Diddy is going to start naming names to save himself. How long before he managed to hang himself with a single ply prison toilet paper? There's going to be some big and dangerous names on those guest lists. And you know what? I actually believe that. I believe that there are some bigger names on that list, okay? And he possibly could, unalive himself, or somebody else could do it and pretend like he unalived himself. We just don't know, but you never know. Mark said Diddy won't make it to trial. He's going to get Epstein, then it will get swept under the rug like Jeff's long list. Nobody was arrested in that big scandal. It just went away. Somebody else said, I would like to see the hanging start, and Clive Davis should be the first person. He is trash. Relay said, but they all showed up for his parties. They are trying to save their own butts, but it will just end up like Epstein, and we will never know the truth. And even if he does not end up like Epstein, I honestly doubt we will ever really know the truth. Because if they do have videos and stuff, and say people of higher statuses on those videos, they're not going to show us that. Okay, it's probably going to be edited out. I just don't believe they're going to show us this, because this will cause, I mean, you will see so many people, probably people you would have never ever guessed. That's what they say, most hated. There's so many people. Remember that list that I showed you guys? I think that was yesterday, with all those people on there. I can show it to you guys again, that they claimed that was at these parties, and some people were just victims. I can show you guys that again real quick. Y'all want to see it again, that list? And they had almost all of Hollywood on that list. And again, I don't know where these people get all this stuff from. I just know they be just posting stuff on TikTok. We know some is true and some is straight up lies. Now I can show y'all that list real quick. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to show y'all that list real quick in case you guys didn't see it the other day. I'm going to show you guys that list real quick in case you did not see it the other day. Okay, present, wide screen, share screen, freak all list, share. What am I doing? Oh, you have to open that up first, Shade Tube. Okay, so we're going to look at this. Okay. So you guys seen that list. Now, let me just stress this. All of these people that's on that list, I think they also may be talking about they attended the all-white parties. You know, I don't think they actually know for sure who attended those freak off parties. Okay. I think that they're talking about the all-white party. So a lot of these people who attended that all-white party probably also, and yeah, I'm using the word probably because we don't know, probably also attended the freak offs. Okay, some of them, not all of them. Because some people, when I look at them, I just can't imagine them going to the freak off. But the thing is, we don't know these people for real. We don't know their personal. We don't know them personally. We just know what we see them. When we just know about. We just know what we see about them when they are acting in movies or TV shows or they're doing a concert and things like that. We don't know them personally. Okay, so we don't know what they may do. So Most Hated said, imagine Hollywood closing its doors for all the evil, and these folks got to get regular jobs. You know, they'll never do that, but that would be something to see. We know they would never do that, though, because it's too much money to be made. Yeah, Drake's name was up there. I was surprised to see some of these names up there, but again, we don't know these people for real. Some people you can almost believe that they were there. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real. But certain people like LL Cool J, I would never think that he would be at a freak off. He might have went to the all-white party, but I can't see him at a freak off. But then again, I don't know him, so you just never know, And again, all of these things are allegedly. We don't know if this stuff is real or not. You know what I'm saying? We just don't know. Okay, so let me go ahead and go into the next thing real quick. Hold on for a second. Sean Diddy Combs. So we just told you what the insider said. That he had underage girls there allegedly, and what else did I say? Underage girls, and not underage girls, underage girls. That's what they said, kids or whatever. And when he had the red light on, it meant that he was having X or making love. That's what they said. Okay. So I guess there's a difference between the two. Making love is with someone you really care for, I guess. And then the SEX thing is just with anybody in the damn world. You don't give a shit, no connection. You just, get your groove on, and that's it. All right. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. On Diddy. So don't forget that movie is coming on the 14th of January. The documentary on Peacock, and it's called it's called what's the name of the damn thing? I forgot already. The Making of a Bad Boy. That's the name of it. Sean Diddy Combs' story. True story. Okay, so yeah, be watching it. Be looking out for that, okay, guys? Okay, let's see what else we got here. And excuse my bloopers tonight, y'all. Y'all know how I be at night. Oh, wait. This is on YouTube, right? We're gonna read this. They got Reginald. Wait, I got to look at this. Hold on. Let me see what this is all about. I got to tell you guys about this in 1 second. Let me look at it real quick. This shit be coming up here. Hold on. Let me see what they're saying. Wait a minute. This is on news break. What? Oh my God, this is on news. Wait a minute, y'all. Y'all think I'm joking. I'm going to show y'all this right here. He might not have been lying, y'all. This is funny as shit. Shades to broke it first. Shades to broke it first. I didn't hear anybody else talking about this. Okay. Let me show y'all. What does it say? This is funny, y'all. This is on Newsbreak. I am not lying. Okay. Hold on. This is on Newsbreak. Look at this. This is crazy as hell, y'all. Let me move my thing up here because I really need to. Let me take this off of here because I'm not. Okay, look. This is funny. I'm going to read this whole thing, you guys. I'm not joking. Let me go ahead and read it right now. This is funny as shit. Y'all think I'm joking. This is on Newsbreak. Let me go back to it. Look, let me go back to it so I can show you guys. This is on Newsbreak. Hold on, let me go back to it. It's on Newsbreak, guys, okay? It's on Newsbreak. It's on Newsbreak. This came off of Newsbreak, okay? Now, let me go ahead and read it to you guys. It says, YouTuber Ratchet TV drops bombshell claims against Jay-Z's involving harassment. I'm sorry. Okay, it says content creator Ratchet TV, known as the Hood Journalist on YouTube, has made explosive claims alleging harassment and threats tied to rapper Jay-Z and his associates. In a recent viral video, Ratchet TV accused powerful figures in the entertainment industry of attempting to silence him and other truth seekers, exposing systemic wrongdoings. Okay. So he said Jay-Z threatened his life. Okay. Ratchet TV stated that his streams have been frequently disrupted, claiming his Wi-Fi has been hacked, videos pixelated, and live streams frozen. He attributed these issues to interference by people connected to Jay-Z, describing their tactics as intimidation. He said, I've been going on live on YouTube every night, and every night they proceed to mess with my streams, hacking into my Wi-Fi, messing up the audio and video. It's scary, okay, according to Ratchet TV. The YouTuber shared alleged messages from individuals he believes represent Jay-Z, threatening him to change the narrative of his content. According to Ratchet TV, one message read, switch the narrative back to Diddy, and if you don't, you're going to find out how powerful I really am. Okay, so if he doesn't switch it back, I guess we'll find out, huh? Anyway, Ratchet also raised questions about missing children and possible connection to high-profile figures. He specifically referenced the 1,300 children reportedly missing in Maui following land developments by celebrities, including Oprah Winfrey, and Jeff Bezos. He further alleged irregularities surrounding Jay-Z, including speculations about the late Kathy White and her child, as well as long-standing rumors regarding Beyonce and the parentage of her children. Where are Kathy White's baby and family? Why won't Jay-Z take a DNA test? There's so much they don't want us to know, he said. I recall talking about this weeks ago. Y'all remember? Weeks ago. Despite the alleged threats, Ratchet vowed to continue his investigation. He likened the potential revelations to the Epstein scandal, hinting at systemic abuse and corruption in the entertainment industry. He said, this is bigger than me or you. This is about the kids, the truth, in exposing this wicked, demonic industry. They have even threatened to unalive me, but I won't stop until we uncover everything. Ratchet also expressed solidarity with other content creators who have experienced similar harassment, including Kadisha Lynn and Secret Service Sam. He concluded the video with a call to action for his supporters. Keep exposing the truth. Don't let them silence us. We are scratching the surface, and what's underneath will break the internet. As his claims gain traction, many await further details on this unfolding controversy, which continues to spark debate and concern across social media platforms. So then they say, share your thoughts below, Alabama. So I guess somebody in Alabama wrote this up regarding him, and then Newsbreak got the story, I guess. Okay. So anyway, this dude who wrote this up, I guess, who gave them information, said, follow my YouTube channel, J Infinity Reactions and News, and my TikTok page, J Infinity News. So let's see what some of these commenters are saying here. Okay, so Doris said, this dude is a clown, whether any of these guys are guilty or not, with all these bloggers always in somebody's business for. This is what happens to people who try and generate income from other people's business. Back in the day, people used to mind their own business. Now you got people like this and all of the rest of these bloggers who can't shut up. That's what you get. The thing is this right here, though. They have been doing this forever, okay? Talking about celebrities, okay? It's just the way you do it. You don't accuse people of anything unless you know for sure, all right? That's why I always use the word allegedly. That's why I always say probably, and this is why I don't go and be doing the most on my channel. I just basically present what I see, the news stories, just like I did tonight, and go from there. I'm not here to say, oh, I know Jay-Z did this, or I definitely know that Diddy did that, because I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I wasn't there. I don't know. And I don't know those people, okay? So I'm not going to do that over here. So I think, when people, when bloggers actually do real reporting the right way, I don't see anything wrong with that, okay? When you're not just up here putting out information just to get views and money. Now, I don't know if Ratchet does that or not. I'm just talking about in general. I'm just really reacting to what this person just said right here, point blank. Okay, so Overwatch said, germs and bacteria that walks and talks and type. All right. And that person is from Fayetteville, North Carolina. All right. Let's see. David said, I guess people are scared. And now that one person stood up for themselves, there's going to be others. If they are guilty, then charge them and send them to the road. I'm sure there's people out there trying to get rich, lying, and that's BS. John said, before you type, research how much women are taking the payout now. Just look it up. By the time Diddy goes to trial, it won't be no more. They're all talking the money. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Tim said, boy, shut up with this old shit. These damn lies. It's not Jay-Z's responsibility to care of you. Boy, get up off your ugly ass and find an effing job. Okay. Let's see. And she said, if Jay-Z threat or not, ain't shit you can do about it. Your ass ain't DEAD, so shut up. Don't you have anything else better to do? Like, really? And then another person said, amen, Leonard. Okay, Mia said, Ratchet thinks he knows everything, so now he want to act like he's scared. Stop prying into people's lives. It can definitely be haunting. Okay, Teresa said, horrendous. Hair matches the face. Yuck, 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 yuck. Edwin says, speak your truth. Don't Jay-Z and scumbag lawyers silence you. Fight for justice for the victims. I know there are more victims. Jay-Z hurt very bad. Please speak up. Don't let him silence you, scare you, and bully you. He is coward. Can't not beating up by his sister-in-law like a bitch. These people know they cannot write. Damn. Another commenter from Houston said, you are a typical hater. Keep dreaming. Okay. Okay. So Joyce said, Jay-Z, you look stupid. Cut your hair. And then Teresa came back and said, I agree. Sam said, Oprah needs to be indicted. Iva said, for what? Okay, Juan said half of Hollywood be gone. So basically, they are going to ride this out till people forget about it. And then somebody else talking about Jay-Z's hair again. Sean said someone will bring Jay-Z down in time. That's if Jay-Z is guilty of doing any criminal activities, y'all. Y'all looking at personal vendettas against these people. You're not looking at if they actually have proof that these people actually did these things that they are being accused of. Okay, so John said, good shit enough, idiots and cracks out here stirring up BS. This idiot ain't no investigative report. His streams and whatever should be disrupted. I hope he gets touched and don't know who does it. Okay, so that's what John said, okay? So God has said, look up the shit coming off as head. Yuck. I guess I don't know. Then somebody said a camel with sprouts of something coming from his scalp. All right. So we know what that's all about. Another commenter said, I can't stand Jay-Z. He's another Diddy. Okay, so Gucci said, right, putting everyone on blast for false allegations. He has great support from people in law enforcement. Okay, Fizz said he should sue if that is the case, right? And then Gucci at Fizz said she doesn't have money. And then they said Jay-Sue they are truthful about him. I don't know what the hell this person talking about. Let's see. Somebody said, boy, is he ugly, yuck. Somebody said, wow, you are into guys. Trump won't like you. Okay. Another commenter says, seems like everybody is after that dollar. Go figure. Anita says, stay strong, Ratchet. Great job. Leonard said, you mean get a job? Just like you should try getting a job. Okay. How does Leonard know that Anita don't have a job? Okay. Anyway, somebody said his hair looks dumb as fuck. Teresa's back again, said, I agree, disgusting and stupid looking. Okay, somebody said he's a horribly ugly man. And then Corey said, Corey be in everybody's damn chat. He said, clout chasing idiots. Okay, so a lot of people are against Ratchet and some people are not. A lot of people do not like Jay-Z in his comment section. This person right here got 5 replies. Let's see what they're saying. Oh, they're talking about everything else now. Okay, but anyway, again, getting back to the story being in Newsbreak. If this is true, and Jay-Z has people contacting Ratchet TV, he definitely better be looking out because this dude got a lot of money. You know, he can do basically however he wants to, if it's true. Okay, point blank. All right, so I just wanted to show y'all that because it came up on my feed. That's tripped out. Let me keep this story as well. Man, that's a trip. I think I did keep it already. I said, oh, yeah, I do have it already. So, yeah, that's a trip. It's on, share newsbreak.com. I don't know if they share this to Newsbreak and had Newsbreak. Put it on how they do that. But that's tripped out. He made it on Newsbreak. Hey, good accomplishment, Ratchet TV. All right. So now let's go ahead and move up to some more Diddy stuff. We've been on here for an hour and 29 minutes. Let me see. What time is it? 1:23. Diddy takes a lot, you guys. Okay. Let me see one more. I think that's it with the Diddy stories. Okay. So we're going to cut Diddy stuff out right now. And anything else that I have about Diddy, I will tell you guys about it tomorrow because you can just go on and on and on about Diddy. He has so much stuff. It's another person who spoke out against him. Anyway, I'll tell you guys about that tomorrow because that would be a whole nother 30 minutes. All right. Diddy takes a lot. Point blank. Anyway, I'll tell you guys about that tomorrow. I'm not even going to tell you her name again because we don't want anybody else to take that story. Okay. So anyway, that's it with the Diddy stuff. Make sure you respond to those videos and the stuff you just heard, the Ratchet thing, you know, and everything. And as far as Jay-Z, I do have an update on Jay-Z. Let me find it real quick. Hold on, guys. Just bear with me. Jay-Z. Let's see, Jay-Z. Where's this article at, man? I just deleted a lot of stuff on my phone so I can find stuff. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe way back here. I know exactly what it is, but I want to read it the way it's done. So here it is right here. Okay, y'all, hold on, y'all. Excuse me. You guys remember when I was telling you about Jay-Z and the grape allegations, and a lot of people were saying, why didn't the lady file criminal charges? And I was telling you guys the reason why she didn't file it is because it's too late. They said that if a person is a minor in that state, they have up until the person reaches 28 years of age. Okay, so clearly she's past 28 and she did not do anything before, so it's just too late. Now let's see if this is a story about that. So anyway, they said Jay-Z's grape accuser claim is too old to pursue, lawyer said. So let's see here. So Jay-Z is trying a different tack after a judge ruled that the woman suing him can remain anonymous. So I guess Jay-Z's team is trying to say that her case is too old to pursue. For a criminal case, it is, but I don't know about that civil stuff. Now, according to Rolling Stone and Deadline, let's change the name up here real quick. Let's change to Jay-Z. Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro, filed new paperwork on Monday, December the 30th, seeking to challenge a lawsuit accusing Jay-Z of grape because the alleged assault is said to have taken place months before a December 2000 law offering civil recourse for victims of gender-motivated violence came into effect. In December 2022, the New York City Council amended the law to allow a 2-year window for people to come forward with historical claims that might have otherwise passed the statute of limitation. So they're talking about, he's trying to get them to dismiss this case because he's saying that that civil lawsuit, the allegations are too old. And she missed the cutoff date or something, I believe. So they said that alleged assault is said to have taken place months before a December 2000 law offering civil recourse for a victim of gender-motivated violence came into effect. And then in December 2022, the New York City Council amended the law to allow a 2-year window for people to come forward with historical claims that might have otherwise passed the statute of limitation. It says plaintiff cannot recover for her sole claim under the Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act, the GMV law. As a matter of law, because the statute does not have retroactive effect, Spiro wrote in a judge-to-judge Annalisa Torres per Deadline. He continued, plaintiff asserts a violation of the GMV law for conduct that purportedly occurred in September 2000, but the GMV law was not enacted until December the 19th, 2000, 3 months after the FAC claims the conduct occurred, and cannot apply retroactively to create a cause of action unavailable to plaintiff at the time in question. Now, Jay-Z's lawyer presents slideshow refuting grape allegations, a mockery of the system. In a lawsuit filed earlier this month, Jay-Z's accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, claimed she was raped by the rapper and fellow musician Sean Diddy Combs at an MTV Video Music Awards after party in 2000. She says she was 13 at the time. Both Jay-Z and Diddy have denied the allegations. Now, last week, Judge Torres said in court documents obtained by TMZ that Jane Doe can remain unnamed after Jay-Z's lawyer filed to have the case dismissed and Jane Doe's identity revealed. However, the judge noted the circumstances could change as the case moves forward. Torres stated she intends to revisit the issue if and when the case progresses. Okay, so it is a slight possibility that the girl may have to still identify herself, depending on how the case is. So anyway, tourists also accused Spiro of being combative and trying to fast track the case, per the outlet. Attorney Tony Busby, who is representing Jane Doe, said in a statement to U.S. Weekly, "I don't typically comment on court rulings. I would say that the coordinated in desperate efforts to attack me as counsel for alleged victims are falling flat." So anyway, it is what it is. So that's what happened regarding that, guys. It's going to be interesting to see how this turns out. Again, Jay-Z's attorney has said that the lady case is too old. It didn't meet the timeline. It did it, I think, after the deadline. So they're trying to get it dismissed again. So we will see how that plays out. Okay. And that is all the updates I have on Jay-Z at this time. Now we're going to move right into the New Orleans shooter situation. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that real quick, and then we are going to get out of here. I almost knocked my printer down. Hold on, guys. Let me go ahead and change this real quick. Okay, let's go back to the comments. Y'all wake y'all asses up. Okay, wake up. You too, Jermaine, because I know you up there asleep. Okay, let's go over this real quick, guys. I still can't believe this right here. This ratchet stuff is on this thing. That's tripped out. Okay, let me go over here and do this. That's a trip. Let me turn my music back on too. That was a trip. Y'all forgot to turn it back on. Be so quiet. Let's turn that back on real quick. Okay. Most hated is cracking up about that right there. Okay. Y'all, he's making it big. All right, he's making it big, y'all. Okay, so here we go with this updates on this New Orleans terrorist act. Let me get to it. Hold on, guys. Oh, I got an update on Robert Brooks too. Okay, so we'll try to do that as well. And if not, we'll do Robert Brooks tomorrow. Damn, what am I doing? Oh my gosh. Looking for the daggone story. Hold on. Okay, so anyway, hold on. I'm trying to find the daggone story that I have here. So anyway, regarding the terrorist attack there in New Orleans, they claim now that this dude did all of this by himself. They claim that he changed clothing, all right, and hid those, I guess, those devices throughout several areas of the French quarters. Okay. I don't know how they could have made that mistake. I mean, because unless he had like a hood on and his face covered up and things like that, because if he was showing his face, they should have known that it's the same person. Okay. So anyway, let's see. So anyway, they did say that bomb-making materials linked to the New Year's Day attack in New Orleans were recovered by FBI agents and local law enforcement Thursday at the suspect's residence in Houston, Texas. Sources confirmed to ABC News. So that's today. The items found were also referred to as precursor chemicals by agents in the field. All right. The items were found when agents executed a search warrant at the last known resident for suspect Shamsuddin Jabbar in the small community of Greens Point in North Houston. Police no longer believe there are any other suspects involved in the New Year's truck attack that unalived 14 people and injured 35 others, the FBI said Thursday. Now, the other day they said 15, so I don't know, they keep on changing these numbers. Now, after investigators reviewed all of the surveillance videos more closely, it appears that Jabbar, a 42-year-old Army veteran who also passed on in the attack, placed explosive devices in the area himself and then changed clothes. Okay? I don't know if we believe that, but yeah, that's what they claim. Now, the FBI is still investigating whether there were individuals Jabbar spoke to or messaged with prior to the early Wednesday attack, but no one was in the vicinity to help him do anything, the sources said. Now, federal law enforcement in the intelligence community are actively investigating in any foreign or domestic contacts in connection that could possibly be relevant to the attack. And that's according to President Joe Biden. That's what he said on Thursday. So Christopher Wray of the FBI said, who called the attack a premeditated act of terrorism, said there is no additional threat to the public. All right? Right, that's what I'm saying. These people are lying, okay, y'all? So this is what they know about him. So Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry on Thursday compared the investigation to a jigsaw puzzle. Over 400 tips have been submitted, and investigators are combing through Jabbar's laptop and phones. More than 1,000 law enforcement officers have been poring over countless amounts of data, of videos, of surveillances, interviews, tracking down every possible lead. The FBI on Thursday released new surveillance images of Jabbar in New Orleans a little more than an hour before the attack took place. Here are those photos right here. And yes, this is definitely him. Okay, that's definitely him. So these photos show him walking along Dolphin Street near Governor Nichols Street shortly after 2 a.m., wearing a light brown long coat, jeans, and brown dress shoes. Goodness, it doesn't even look like he would be doing all of this, okay, for real. The FBI also released a photo of one of the coolers containing an explosive device that police said Jabbar placed near the intersection of Bourbon and Orleans Street. So I guess he was going to detonate one of these things inside of here, unaliving more people. He was going to really cost a lot of stuff there. He was definitely intending on unaliving as many people as he can. So anyway, this is what happened again. Jabbar drove from Houston to New Orleans on Tuesday evening and posted several videos online proclaiming his support for ISIS and mentioning he joined ISIS before this summer. Okay, so the thing is, I remember them saying that his ex-wife, one of his ex-wives, new husband, said that this man started acting crazy once he converted to Islam. Okay, he didn't say when he converted, he just said when he converted. But then Jabbar brother, I believe, said that he converted to Islam when he was a kid. So somebody is lying somewhere, okay? It's crazy. So on here, he said he joined ISIS before this summer. So before the summer means before June, he joined ISIS, okay? Anyway, they said there were 5 videos posted on Jabbar's Facebook account, which are time-stamped beginning at 1:29 a.m. and then the last one was at 3:02 a.m. Okay? In the first video, Jabbar explains he originally planned to harm his family and friends, but was concerned the news headlines would not focus on the war between the believers and the disbelievers. So listen, for all these people talking about all these weird conspiracy theories in this man, I don't know, just weird stuff. Listen, it clearly shows that this man was into ISIS mentality, okay, the way they think. He wanted to unalive as many American people that he believed we're disbelievers, okay? He doesn't know who the believers are and disbelievers. He thinks all Americans are disbelievers. That's why he was trying to mow down these American people. And he was planting bombs all over the place so he can blow up the rest. Let's keep it real. He was even planning on unaliving his family. So he wanted to get away. He wanted to get rid of all these Americans out there, okay? Because, you know, a lot of those people from ISIS do believe that American people are disbelievers in what they practice. And he did have an ISIS flag on the back of his truck, point blank. And why? I guess here, because we got freedom of speech and everything else, they wouldn't have said nothing anyway. But if somebody would have noticed that just because they had ISIS on it and you know what they stand for, they should have been able to stop him. You know what I'm saying? They should have been watching more carefully. And they should have had those new bullets out there too, because those new bullets would have stopped this man from being able to run anybody over. They should have had that out there. You don't start doing construction on something way back in November when you know you're getting ready to have all these holiday functions. You should have started that way back in June so it could be completed for the holiday, because that's when a lot of terrorists do things around the holidays, because more people are there so you can hurt them. That's common sense. What? He never had any good reviews or nothing as a real estater. The only thing he had up there is that damn video he did telling people to use the service to buy a home from him. So that was made though in 2020. So around that time, if what his brother, his wife's husband say, he wasn't probably a part of Islamic religion or anything. He probably wasn't like associated with ISIS then. He probably didn't do that till maybe 2 years after, maybe in 2022, maybe. So anyway, they did say the unaliving toll is not expected to rise beyond 14 people. Let's see. They said 16 people remain hospitalized, including 8 in intensive care. They said Jabbar was hell-bent on unaliving as many people as possible, driving a pickup truck onto the sidewalk around a parked police car, serving as a barricade to plow into people, officials said. He did just what they just said he did, because we watched the video. Okay, this man was driving down the street calm. Then all of a sudden, he turned just slightly and went right on top of that daggone sidewalk and ran those daggone people down. And then he went down that street. Right, they definitely do. Now, they said that he mowed down dozens of people over a 3-block stretch on the world famous thoroughfare while firing into the crowd. So he was shooting into the crowd at the same time. So he was really trying to do some damage, for real, even more than he did with the car. And then he got out of his car with an assault rifle and opened fire on police officers. He also had a hand GUN on him as well. And then, of course, officers returned fire, unaliving Jabbar, a U.S.-born citizen from Texas. At least 2 officers were injured, one by GUN fire and the other when the officer was pinned by the truck. So they're talking about those security bullets. They said they were not working at the time because they were in the process of being replaced for next month's Super Bowl. The thing is, they should have had those replaced and out there. Okay. Right. That's exactly what he was doing. This man placed 2 improvised explosive devices and coolers in the Bourbon Street area. He had a remote detonator in his truck to set off the 2 devices. He was going to do some damage. So what he didn't, I don't know, what he didn't think would happen is the fact that the police would get to him before he can detonate that those bombs. Okay, so something happened within that timeline that he did not prepare for, because he never got a chance to, do the bomb thing. I don't know why he even got out the damn truck. He should have stayed in there and stayed in the truck, but he didn't. He got out, acting even more crazier and ended up getting himself unalive. So they said those are the only 2 devices that they were able to recover that were functional. Both devices were rendered safe on scene. So they did say, authorities did warn of vehicle ramming attack danger in U.S. during the holiday season. And the thing about it, if they were warned, why didn't they have, those bowlers out there? They should have constructed those a long time ago. Okay, let's go ahead and show you guys who got injured and unalive. Somebody said there could be more out there. We never know. Make massive amounts of efforts to search for more. We don't need or want any more mayhem. She said prayers are being sent out to the families and close friends and loved ones who he unalive. Let's search for more. Make America great again. Somebody said most of them are in Congress. Anna said, when was America great for everyone? Somebody said, are you kidding me? The FBI is compromised. Okay, so what the F said, now tell me one good reason why they are. They have video of himself planting the explosives. It is called following the evidence. Apparently, you just want it to be more people. Why? So let's see what else they say here. So they are arguing. Okay, let's go back over here and look at the next one. Somebody said they must have said the FBI was lying because somebody else came out and said, please explain how the FBI benefits by lying about something like this. That makes no sense. Not everything is a conspiracy. I can't imagine living my life thinking everyone is out to get me. I know that's right. Shit, that's got to be hectic. Somebody said, look into the history of the FBI. He said he just planned to join the FBI in the 90s. He said he's so glad that he didn't. Let's see. All right, so let's move on. Let me go ahead and show you guys the pictures and stuff or the names of these people who got unalive or was injured. And then this other dude, Tom Homan, warns U.S. national security, he warns that U.S. national security in grave danger after the New Orleans attack and then that Tesla thing. And that person who did that Tesla car fire thing, he also rented his car from the same place that Jabbar did, okay? Which is crazy. And we will go into that tomorrow as well because it's getting late. So let me go ahead and show you the pictures of these people. Hold on. Or at least the names. And then I can get off this live because I'm getting tired more and more by the minutes. Let's see. Let me find it first, you guys, okay? 1 minute. Let's see. So here are the victims right here. So I don't know if they do have some pictures. So we got a well-known American college football player, okay, a young aspiring nurse, and a mother of a 4-year-old are among the victims of the New Year's Day attack in New Orleans, in which 14 people were unalive. Right, it definitely was that. It sure could have been. A 42-year-old Oh, well, excuse me. The first person is Martin Tiger Beck. Okay, this is the guy who was a former player. Hold on. Stop. Okay, let's stop that, y'all. This damn thing just starts back by itself. Let me stop this one too, these damn things. Okay. Okay. So anyway, let me start with the first one. It's Martin Tiger Beck. That was the former football player at Princeton University. He was in his late 20s. Okay. So this is sad, y'all. I'll show y'all. Okay, so the next person is Nakira Cheyenne Didots. I showed you guys what she looked like yesterday. This is the 18-year-old aspiring nurse, okay? So they don't have a picture of her up here, okay? But I did show you guys what she looked like yesterday. Then you got Reggie Hunter. He was a store manager and father of two. Okay, he was 37 years old. He had a cousin who was also injured in the attack. Okay, we have Kareem Badawi. Let's see how old he was. Let's see, they don't have his age. But anyway, he was a student at the University of Alabama. All right. Then we got Hubert Gothruts, who was 21 years old. Oh, that's sad. 21, all these little young people. Nicole Perez. Anyway, this lady, let's see here. She was a boss at the deli store that she managed, okay? She was 27 years old, and she had a little 4-year-old boy. Goodness. Then we have Matthew Tendorio. He was only 25 years old. He was an audiovisual technician at New Orleans Superdome. Oh, this is him right here. This is sad, y'all. This damn man came out here and did all this and messed up all these people's lives and their family and everything. He even messed up his own family. That's crazy. Okay, and this is all they have here so far. So hopefully they'll have more people, and I can show you guys. I can tell you guys who those people are as well and stuff. Okay, so again, we have Matthew Tendendorio, Nicole Perez, Hubert Gothrots, Kareem Badawi, Reggie Hunter, Nakira Cheyenne Didots, and Martin Tiger Beck. All right, so those are the people that they revealed so far. And like I said, 14 people passed on, and I believe 35 were injured, and I think 7 of those 35 are still in critical condition, if I have that correct. And I'm pretty sure I mispronounced some of these people's names, so I do apologize for that. My prayers and sympathy is expressed out to all of these people who lost family members. You know, it's a sad situation, y'all. I don't know. I don't even know what else to say. Like I said, my prayers are extended out to them as well. And may all of these people who passed on rest in peace. It's a sad situation. I don't know why this man did all of this, you know. But when you get brainwashed, you know, by these people, they can persuade, you know, weaker people to do this type of stuff. Does not even make any sense. Yes, very sad. Oh, that's sad. Another guy was a cameraman. Oh, that's sad. But anyway, like I said, hopefully in the future, though, they will start putting up the correct stuff, you know, when they have big events, especially during holidays, because a lot of terrorists, again, they like to, you know, do something, you know, around this time. and regular people do too. So I still don't understand why they did not construct those bullards way before November. Okay, they should have. So again, my prayers are sending out to all the family, friends, and people who knew all of these victims, and my sympathy is expressed out to them as well. And then for all the people who got injured, my prayers are definitely with them as well. And the ones that are in critical condition, they got even more prayers because damn, that's sad, you guys. And hopefully none of them pass on. They said they did not expect any more unaliving. So hopefully, all of those people are getting better. Okay. And my prayers are still out to their family members as well. Okay. So now, guys, let me go ahead and give you 2 breaking news, and then we're going to get out of here. Now, I'm going to give you the updates on Robert Brooks tomorrow, and any other information that I did not cover tonight, I'll cover it tomorrow because we've been on here for 2 hours and we are about to get out of here. Okay. So they do have another recall. Let me make sure I got it. Another recall. I got to tell you guys this all the time because y'all don't want to be getting poisoned out here. All right. To the point of being unalive or severely sick or anything like that. Let's do this real quick. So anyway, let's see if I have. I hope I shared it because I'm going to have to look it up if I didn't. But I think I did share it with myself. I just got to find it. We'll do Robert Brooks tomorrow. And y'all know Robert Brooks is the black inmate who was beaten by those correction officers, okay? Allegedly. We saw the video, okay? Hold on, let me see if I can find. Okay, so they got a vegetable recall across California because it poses risk of serious infection. Let's see this real quick. Okay, let's see. So Braga, or BRAGA Fresh, recalled a single production lot of washed and ready-to-eat 12 ounces of market-side broccoli florets on December the 27th due to possible contamination with Listeria monocytogenes, okay? The bacteria can cause serious and sometimes fatal infections in young children, frail people, or elderly people, and others with weakened immune systems. Now, symptoms can range from severe headaches, diarrhea, and light fever to stillbirths and miscarriages among pregnant women who became infected. The recall pertains to 12-ounce bags of market-side broccoli florets with UPC code 6811313288845. Again, 6811313288845. Then lot code is B as in boy, FFG as in George, 327A6. Again, that's B as in boy, FFG as in George, 327A as in apple 6. And the best by date is December the 10th, 2024. Now, they did say no illnesses have been reported as of Tuesday, December the 31st. Okay, recall products are listed on FDA.gov. So anytime you want to find out about recalls, go to FDA.gov and it will tell you all about these recalls. Now, this right here was distributed to Walmart locations across the country, including stores in California and 19 other states. Now, if you did buy this, take it back to the store, or either you can throw it out immediately and avoid eating it. And when you throw it out, make sure you put it in double or triple bags and don't put it anywhere the animals can get it because they'll eat it and get sick too, okay? Think about the animals. They say you can also call Braga or BRAGA Fresh at 877-456-7445. Again, that number is 877-456-7445, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Or you can email at wecare@bragafresh.com. Okay? But the easiest thing is to take that stuff back to the store and get your money. All right, point blank. And the final breaking news for tonight, let me get a good one. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, they found more bird flu and raw cat food. Make sure y'all don't be giving y'all daggone cats no raw cat food and no chicken and stuff that's not cooked. Okay, cook that stuff all the way. I mean, overcook it if you're gonna give them that. And do not let your cats and stuff be outside and stuff where they can pick up bird flu from another animal or from other animals and things like that. Don't let them be outside and stuff or play with other cats and stuff, because the bird flu is definitely going around from that pet food that I told you guys about last week with that recall. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys about that with another live, about these little kids whose bones were broken. 7 infants, you guys. Goodness. They also said that Chinese scientists find that a common blood pressure drug could cure rare brain tumors. Let's see what that drug is real quick. Let's see. I don't see the name of this is the one that I actually take. It's called amlodipine. Okay, I used to say it all crazy, you guys. It's amlodipine. It has potent effects on that type of tumor. The type of tumor it has effects on, let's see here. Hold on. It's the let's see if I can say this. Craniopharyngioma. Okay, that is a benign tumor. It can cause complications due to its growth along the critical nerve structures of the brain, close to the hypothalamus in the I can never say this damn gland. Pituitary gland. What did I just say? I forgot how you say this. Pituitary gland. I really forgot how to say that, guys. These medical words you be forgetting if you don't say them all the time. So anyway, they say given its location, the tumor can cause hormone dysfunction and metabolic disorders like obesity, diabetes, and hypothyroidism. Okay, goodness. The main treatment option currently is surgery, which carries high risk, including the recurrence of the tumor. Anyway, researchers from the Chinese Academy of Sciences found that a common blood pressure medicine, amlodipine benzoate, has potent effects on the tumor. Okay, that's a good thing. All right, that's a good thing. Anyway, they must have studied this on mouses and things like that. And they said the models mimic the pathological progression of the tumor, allowing the scientists to study the connections between the nerve cells of the hypothalamus and the craniopharyngioma cells. They found that activating some neurons accelerated tumor growth while reducing nerve cell activity inhibited it. Okay, so that's good, guys. That's some good news. They screened over 3,000 compounds for potential anti-tumor effects and identified 74 that showed promise. They found amlodipine, a calcium channel blocker commonly prescribed for hypertension, especially potent in suppressing tumor growth. That's good, y'all. That's some good news right there. So if you do take that medication like I do, I mean, it could be doing some other benefits. It could have some other benefits for you, if you ever suffer with that type of benign tumor that can cause other problems, like they just said. They said that the drug's established safety profile and widespread use could make it a key candidate for tackling the tumor, according to the scientists. They suspect the drug acts by blocking calcium signals that are key for communication between nerve cells of the hypothalamus and the tumor cells. So they said through close cooperation with neurosurgeons, okay, and neurologists and endocrinologists and oncologists, we will promote the clinical transformation of this drug to meet patients' needs. Actually, they said to meet patient needs, okay? And that's what study lead Wu Qingfing told the South China Morning Post, guys, okay? Goodness. So they did say that researchers say further verification of the drug's effects on the human brain is needed, including an assessment of its potential side effects like headaches and palpitations of the heart. Because amlodipine can cause that in some people. Definitely those headaches, and certainly heart palpitations. You know, if you're taking that medication, and your blood pressure goes too low or something like that. They all have side effects, you know. Some people get them, some people don't, you know. So yeah, that's pretty good, guys. So that's good news, okay? That's good news. Let's see what some people said. Okay, somebody said nice work, good for the world, but not the health insurance world. I'm pretty sure they will make it unreachable for the people once it's cleared to use in the U.S. Dumb, they already use it. Oh, I guess they mean to use it for tumors, but they already use it anyway in the U.S. because, you know, people take it for hypertension. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be easy to get it for people with those type of tumors in their brain. I don't see them going up on the price, though. That medication is not that expensive. I can't remember how much it is. Let's see. Somebody said they've been on amlodipine for years. She said it didn't do anything for a breast cancer, but they didn't say anything about breast cancer. They said tumors of the brain. That's what they said. Okay. This dude sounds like a freakazoid. Let me just tell you what this man said. This old man said, I am 73 years old and I have been taking it almost, what? I've been taking it. It's almost made a young man out of me. I've been making love 2 times a day for the last 5 years. I've missed maybe 16 days out of the last 5 years. I have to get my girlfriend while she's asleep because she stays sore. She does not like it, but it's either that or I get another girlfriend. What the hell? Oh my gosh. Jacob said, what? That's crazy. And then here we go with somebody saying fake news. Y'all, these people crazy as hell, man. That made my night right there. That was funny as hell. This man say 73 years old. He doing amlodipine, gave him the energy to do a couple times a day, I guess he said. I can't remember what he said. You know, he said he do it every day, I guess. I can't remember. But he missed maybe 1 or 2 times. Okay, amlodipine. I didn't know amlodipine did all that, but I guess, y'all. Shut your mouth. Shut your damn mouth. All right. But anyway, y'all, we are getting ready to get out of here. All right, because he telling Jay-Z to please hack this buzzer's Wi-Fi. Jay-Z ain't hacking nobody's damn Wi-Fi. All right. Y'all give these people too much damn credit. I guess, okay, so how can he hack your Wi-Fi without having access to other things? Jermaine, you know all about that shit. How would he be able to do that? You don't know? Let me know so I can tell them how that can be done, okay? But anyway, guys, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in tonight. 2 hours and 14 minutes, but it was worth it. If you watch this in the replay, what do you guys think of those daggone videos I showed? And what do you think about all of the other information that I just gave you guys and about the shooting in New Orleans, okay? And don't forget, over here, everything is allegedly, unless we have concrete proof from a court that people are guilty, okay? Point blank. We always use keywords over here because we are not trying to get lawsuits over here, or anything else. Okay? Point blank. All right, so let's go ahead and do roll call and get the heck up out of here. I want to say thank you first to the people in the bushes and people who watched this in the replay. Then over here in the chat, and the reason why I do the chat last is because I have to go through all these names. All right, so over here in the chat, we got Jermaine in the place to be. Tony Bands was up in this place. Have a good night at work, Tony Bands. Superfly, thank you for the membership and welcome to Shades Tube. All right, Nightbot always doing his job, blocking people and shit. Thank you, Nightblock. KMB was up in this place, showing some love and support. Thank you, KMB. What else? Who else? Let's see who else we got. Jermaine be tripping out to my slander. Okay. Most Hated Bronze up in this place, showing support like always. Thank you, Most Hated. And thank you to everybody, y'all. All right. And don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this long ass video. Okay. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below and hit that bell notifications so you can be notified of any upcoming videos, you guys. All right. And share and leave a comment. Let me tell people who watch this in the replay. If you watch this video in the replay, try to make sure you watch this video for at least 20 minutes, okay? At least 20 minutes. You know, even when you guys come into the chat, try to stay in here for at least 20 minutes because when you come in here for 5 minutes, it really don't do too much. But if you try to do 20 minutes, it does a lot. All right, at least 20 minutes. And one more thing. If you have a channel, I do try to watch your videos, but I cannot watch all of your videos every single day because I'm very, very busy. If you sub to my channel, do it because you want to watch my channel. Don't do sub for sub. Okay, that's not a good thing. You know why? Because a lot of times when people do sub for sub, they're just doing it for that reason. They're not really interested in your content, and that's why they don't watch it. So when you sub over here, just make sure you're doing it for real so you can actually watch these lives, you know, and definitely watch these Dollar Tree hauls and these little YouTube shorts, okay? And I'll do the same thing in return, point blank. But I don't really subscribe to people that I'm not interested in, okay? And like I said, I can't watch all of you guys, every single video that you put out, but I do, and I will try to hit on, you know, some people videos, point blank. I can't even watch everybody's video either because there's a lot of people, and I'd be so busy. But I will try to watch as many people as I can, all right? Thank you to everybody who did the thumbs up and watched my videos and did the donations and the membership and the cash apps. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Welcome to all my new subbies. And thank you guys so much for tuning into Shades Tube tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Fuckery Friday and some fuckery news. Until then, have a good night. Have a blessed Friday and Happy New Year's once again to you guys. Peace out. It's a Shades Tube. Let me go ahead and close everything out, guys. And we are getting ready to get out of here so I can go lay down and go to bed. Damn, no M&Ms today, guys. Yay. That's great for Shades Tube. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Jermaine. And thank you, Most Hated, because I know you're probably still in here and Tony Bands may be still in the bushes. Thanks to everybody. All right. Everybody else is asleep, though. Let me take this down. Hold on, y'all. Let me get all this stuff down so I can put my other stuff up. Y'all know what the routine is. I still can't believe Ratchet made it to Newsbreak. That's funny. Damn, y'all. That's tripped out. Okay, we are getting ready to get out of here, y'all. Let me go ahead and put these things up, too. Hold on. Let me see something first. I got to find it. Y'all be searching through all this shit every night. All right, there you go, y'all. We get ready to get out of here. Good night, y'all. Ha!